Hi Leos, and welcome to your May 2018 General Tarot Forecast. This is Sky here to give you guys hopefully another amazing reading as I feel this time to be so changing and so defining for you. We have a lot to talk about. I'm maybe bringing it in a bit of a shorter format this month as I've really had to get back to myself, I guess I want to say. I mean, I know that's shocking for like a spiritual person to say. I'm a Leo rising, fellow Leo energized person, and the energy moving in for us is hard this month. I'm not going to lie. I personally, I've just not been very well with it. I've really felt like very psychically compressed and compacted by this energy. I think a lot of it has to do with the Jupiter retrograde. Of course, I'm Scorpio, so that's happened to me as well. But all the fixed signs, are feeling that very strongly. Saturn and Pluto having gone retrograde. It's a lot to take on. And, I even, had thoughts like, I can't do YouTube this month. I can't, go into that channeling place, that really high, crown chakra connection, pull it in through the throat and out. I considered not doing YouTube this month for that reason, but I thought, I can do it. And as I'm here, I feel very wonderful because you all have been there for me in times where it was simple for me, and I want to be there for y'all. So I'm here, and I'm trying to get through this energy and navigate a lot of it. It's very disconnected. It's very disconnected for Leo, I've got to say. There are some Leos who have done it, who have come through, who have elevated, and I feel them to also feel quite lonely in this, but the health is good, and the experiences of skin or experiences of humanity are good, but still quite frightening. This is a month, obviously, with the devil as your central theme. I feel like I have a decent relationship with the devil archetype. It's followed me around a lot. I think that all Leos attract the devil energy very easily because, you see all the lions in captivity and everything, and they're very beautiful, and sometimes they don't even know it perhaps, but they're in captivity, and I feel Leos to be a little bit in captivity this month. I do. There's a location that you are in, perhaps multiple locations that you've been in for a long time, which might feel like a cage and a glorified zoo or something, as I feel you to be on display in a way that you never have been before, and selling something for those of you who are business people that you never have before, and feeling empowered by that, perhaps through finances, but also feeling not connected to humanity. Some of you are, some of you aren't. So first and foremost, I'm challenging you Leos to go down into yourselves, get past the vanity, or get past the image, get past the projection, which Leo struggles with. All signs have their delicate places, and see where the shackles are, because this is one of the reasons why Leo gets very caught up in the devil type of energy, I feel, is because when you are the energy of the sun, when you are solar energy, it is something so bright and so expansive. Just imagine if you had a shackle on the sun, or if the sun, because the sun, it has its layers, so physically, if it were shackled, you wouldn't see that because of how bright it is. You can't look at the sun. I don't know. I kind of just went with that. But, if Leo is shackled, it's not as easy to see as it is the other signs. It's not as easy to comprehend. It's not as easy to realize. So this is why Leo has to realize it in yourself. No one's going to get you out of captivity, Leo. And if they do, what happens is they switch out the shackles and put their own shackles onto you. Leo can only get itself out of codependent cycles, out of difficult health issues, out of addictive cycles, because nobody else will see it on you. You're so bright, projecting such brightness, such positivity, such blinding energy as well. I almost feel your energy to actually be a bit blinding, and this is okay. That's interesting. That's a new symbol that I actually got for Leo. I've never had that before. It's not that people don't want to look at you, but that not only can they not see the shackles, but they can't look for very long because your energy is so confronting that it kind of blinds people. And they're like, sunglasses. I'm not going to look at this person. People can't look at you without having some sort of mechanism in place within themselves to shade your energy. So watch out for how much you're projecting this month. I feel, and I mean, obviously you can't look directly into the sun, otherwise it will blind you, but I feel this to almost be more strong in you than usual. Like you can't even glance at it without feeling like very disoriented. Look at how, and what that means to me is that you are putting out too much energy in the things that you're doing. So the job, the relationship, whatever is consuming your energy right now, you're pushing too hard. You're, the way that you're responding to people of the past, the way that you're expecting the future is being like cardinal energied, because you're a fixed sign, but it's almost like this cardinal outward expression that pushes it out of your life when you're wanting it, because it has such a direct attempt and expression. And this is all like much deeper channeling than I expected to get into, Leo, but it just came forward, so we'll try to work with it. Try to fixate yourself this month. Try to maybe even be a bit regressive. We're quite scared of the word regression, but cardinal signs you have progression, fixed signs you have regression, and mutable signs you have adaptability. So you are a regressive sign despite being ruled by the sun. So with Jupiter retrograde right now, with Pluto and Saturn retrograde, that's going to pull down other aspects which might be able to compensate for an overtly progressive type of mentality right now, that you're not going to be able to fall back on that. Rather, you're going to have to regress into yourself, put roots down, and rebuild with the energy of Three of Pentacles into like Nine of Pentacles. Okay? Yeah, so it's probably going to end up being a decently long reading for you guys. Anyway, before I get into the week to week, the only message that I'm truly feeling is that this month is very rewarding. It's not going to feel that way while it's happening, and it's not going to necessarily feel that bad. And there are some Leos who are just going to zip through and be like perfect and easy and in sort of a very like highly vibrating quantum space. But most Leos, this is not the case, and it will be soon if you can see the shackles and you can see how you're pushing too hard in certain places. That will reward you, and you will be able to develop a structure, a very new structure actually, and perhaps a new relationship that pulls you out of this devil archetype once and for all. So let's talk about this first week in May, Leos. Queen of Swords reversed, rooted down by King of Wands. This like desire, the want. So let's talk about the desires and the wants for Leo. A very ambitious sign. Actually, I would say the most ambitious sign of the zodiac. Scorpio gets that a lot. Sag gets it quite often. Even Capricorn can get a lot of an ambitious role. But there is no ambitious sign or energy like that of the sun. To be able to power and generate an entire system, to rotate and orbit around it and give so much life and be the cause of life, requires a type of energetic composure that can't just look the part, you know? It can't just look the part. It has to actually have the sort of metamorphic type of ability of the sun to, you know, be so empowering and to be so dangerous and burning as well. So right in the first week of May, it's just court cards, but I feel that to be like people are not right anymore. People are not being able to give you what you give them. There's this thing in you that's like very logically capable. So Queen of Swords reversed, you've become like very smart lately, very intellectually adept and comprehensive, I want to say, but that's something about that is quite upsetting to you, or you've like become formulaic and smart enough to see like where you messed up in the past or where people have been messing you up in the present. And there's a part of you that just wants to embrace that like King of Wands nature. Like, yeah, I'm just going to have fun. I don't care if people are stabbing me in the back. I don't care if people don't give me what I'm giving them. I just want for there to be peace. I want there to be normality. And I want there to be like a sort of fiery escape and nice adventure to combat, you know, these shackles. But this is what kind of makes the shackles, you know, it's like this trust despite betrayal really shapes you. Is you basically putting the collar on, you know, as a Leo, as a lion. And the first week will show it to you. Look around in the first week. It's going to be quite subtle. It's going to be quite gray. It's not going to be some big flamboyant, dramatic falling out that shows this to you, but it's going to be very subtle, like expressions or very subtle experiences, which show you what you've known all along, ultimately. Week number 2, Knight of Swords reversed, rooted down by Page of Cups. So all these court cards, all the relationships, Leo, I feel are showing themselves for what they are in the first half of May. So this is a time where it's better for you to be not around people. This is a time where it's perhaps better to be to yourself, but it's inescapable right now. And the people that you are around, the important people in your life, will be shown in their true colors, I feel. So pay attention to subtle things. And this is another thing that Leo struggles with sometimes, to be, again, that sun energy, all is affected by the sunlight. So the subtle little things can be overlooked very easily, and replaced by like big grandiose experiences, especially if you have like some Sagittarius or Pisces energy in you. And I feel like the second week is also a signal for you to slow down a little bit, and a signal for you to ask, how do I feel about this? Versus like, how does, because it's funny with Leo, what I want to say is, how do I feel about this versus how does like the sun feel about this? Because you almost have like these two operating parts, like your normal human aspect and then your like solar energy, which is so empowering. So distinguish that in the second week if you can. So week number 3, 3 of Pentacles, rooted down by 9 of Pentacles. That's beautiful. This is a week to build something. Like third week of May, easiest week, hand down, most rewarding week, hands down. Think about how you might be building your life on where you want to be versus where you're at. It's funny for me to see like 9 of Pentacles below 3 of Pentacles. Like the other way around would be quite good. Like, and that would be this perfect, you're building from a solid structure and then flourishing on top of it with 9 of Pentacles. But rather you're building on top of flourishing and trying to like roof that in or something, and prevent like shooting yourself in the foot, cutting yourself off at the knees. This to me feels like having no money in the bank, but like going on this big shopping spree with the credit cards or something. It's like there's not a solid enough foundation to do that. And think about that in an abstract way, even if it has nothing to do with money. Like think about how you don't have enough energy, yet you're going like gung-ho and like extreme, because we would like to avoid, that period of time. I think it's happening in like 500 million years or something, where the sun basically explodes and like takes out Mercury, Venus, Mars, and Earth, like all 4 of them, and like expands out to Jupiter or something and burns them all up. Let's not have Leo do that. And that's sort of what causes it. It's this like this hyper generation of energy that has to fall back down to earth a little bit and go through these humanity spectrums, like money, your relationships, or career. The third week is a great week to see how you're spending too much, and how you can change that, how you can thrive so much just through seeing that. And it's not going to be for all of you. Again, for some of those Leos who are really zipping through this month, really powerful, vibrating at a high level, I feel this to just be windfall, good luck, and new opportunities, new entrepreneurial endeavors, new spectrums, new existences, new paradigms opening to you, which feel very exciting. Traveling, adventure. In the fourth week, you have 4 of Pentacles, rooted down by Knight of Pentacles. So save up, take what you've harvested and hold it. Look at what you've created, rather than, I want to say, being trigger happy with what you've created. And you could interpret that in a lot of ways. Hold the money that you've made. Hold the what you've harvested from your garden or whatever aspect of life. Actually touch it and take it in, because there's like this very trigger happy, like I harvest it and I eat it, or I make it and I spend it. Like it doesn't stay long. Something feels like it's not staying long enough. And you see something in the fourth week, or are inspired in the fourth week to hold on. Again, fixed signs hold. They regress, they pull within, they don't cardinal. And this is always an issue with Leo, like I was talking about in the beginning, because you're a solar energy, so you push outwards. Cancer also has this as well, as a cardinal sign, who is a passive water energy. That's just an interesting part of the zodiac during the Cancer, Leo, Virgo time, where the signs kind of have this very dualistic nature. And basically, you have to hold it. You have to hold something, Leo. You have to hug something. Hug people. Hug your loved ones. Hug your children. Hug yourself. I don't know. Hug a tree. Something has to be gotten, because what is basically happening is this extremely insatiable thing is being developed, and it thrives off of having nothing in your arms, or having nothing like actually connected. So take it easy on yourself. Don't get too crazy with this. Don't be like, well, I'm like crying in the middle of the night, like hugging the leg of my table or something. Like, try to avoid this, but find something to hold close and to hold dear. A book, write a book, hug your laptop, something that you enjoy. Rooted down by Knight of Pentacles. This process of feeling it and absorbing it and connecting with it is the beginning of a new extreme time of gain, of abundance. Knight of Pentacles is a revenue generator or a stability generator that is up and coming. It isn't quite there, but the potential is incredible. It's upright, wonderful energy. Of course, Leos, the devil is your central theme. So the main point of this month is to get away from things which trap you, to get away from things which captivate or domesticate you. Try to free yourself. Try whatever way that you can. Get creative with it. Wear looser clothing. Wear something that is not constrictive. Like try to not pull your hair back too tightly. Just like very subtle things which deal with things which are put together and kept in certain positions which don't allow natural flow. So think about your blood as well, your circulation. Leo rules the heart and central nervous system, your nerves. I do feel that a lot of Leos are just like very disconnected is not the right word, but it's just like out of whack with like the nerve function and blood flow and just like these very rhythmic things which seem to have taken like a rhythm of their own, which is not right for you. So find your own rhythm, find your own like circadian rhythm, biorhythms. Feel very activated this month. Calm, breathe. Watch out for too much caffeine. Watch out for too many things that like affect like circulation and nerves as like a substance or something. But anyway, Leos, I'm so rooting for you this month. This is so empowering, so rewarding. And I'm happy that the energy has actually made itself known like this, because I feel like if it wasn't making itself known, it would be much more problematic to deal with. But you can see it this month. You can see where the problem is and you can treat it. You can work with it and heal it, even in a like a non-medicinal type of way. It's all energetic for now, I feel, for most of you. It's not going to be for everyone. But your energy can heal whatever this is right now. But if it keeps being pushed out, if you keep like strangling yourself with the collar or whatever, abstractly, hypothetically, I do feel that it can turn into health problems in the future. So anyway, Leos, if this reading resonated for you, I would so appreciate if you would subscribe, like, or comment. And if you check the description box below, I am on Patreon. I do a lot of fun exclusive things over there. I do free private readings. I do contests. I do emails. I do early ad-free readings. There's a lot. Anyway, check it out. I'm on Twitter and Instagram as well. And you all mean the world to me. We can get through this. We can survive, Leos. Find your rhythm. Much love. Talk soon. Bye.